You've seen the photos: lone figure, yellow jacket, epic waterfall. It's the kind of image that makes you want to book a flight immediately, imagining yourself as the star of your own adventure movie. Iceland's landscapes seem to promise a personal fairy tale just waiting for you to step into the frame. Or maybe you picture yourself as that model, sipping cocoa under the northern lights, looking flawless and serene while the sky dances above you. It's the ultimate travel fantasy. Effortless beauty in a place that feels otherworldly. That's the Iceland social media sells: pristine, empty, magical on command. Every photo looks like a private paradise, untouched by crowds or chaos, as if you could have the whole country to yourself. Reality? That lone figure waited in a line of tourists all in yellow jackets for a 3-second window before someone photobombed. The truth is, you're rarely alone. Everyone wants that same perfect shot. The serene landscape? More like a busy mall with tour buses and selfie sticks everywhere. The sound of waterfalls is often drowned out by the chatter of fellow travelers and the click of cameras. And the weather. Instagram never shows the sideways sleet, the wind that nearly launches your camera, or the 5 layers of thermals making you waddle like a penguin. You'll find yourself battling the elements, cheeks stinging, eyes watering, wondering how anyone ever looks glamorous here. The real Iceland is a hilarious, unpredictable mess, nature's blooper reel. You'll slip, you'll laugh, and you'll collect stories that are far better than any staged photo. You'll feel tiny against its wild power, and a bit ridiculous for thinking you could control any of it. The land reminds you that you're just a visitor, humbled by forces far greater than yourself. You come for the perfect photo, but you stay for the stories, the failed attempts, the frozen fingers, the absurdity of it all. It's the shared laughter, the inside jokes, and the memories that make the trip unforgettable. The real magic isn't in the picture. It's in surviving the chaos and laughing about it later. It's in the warmth of a cabin after a storm, swapping stories with friends, and realizing you wouldn't trade the experience for anything. Iceland will humble you, freeze you, and leave you in awe of its raw, unfiltered honesty. In the end, it's not about the flawless photos, it's about the wild, wonderful reality you'll never forget. Iceland is Earth's moody teenager, full of energy, dramatic, and always changing. It's a place where the ground beneath your feet is never quite settled, and the air is thick with the promise of something extraordinary. Here, the landscape is alive, restless, and always on the verge of transformation. At the heart of this drama, volcanoes. Over 130 of them, with about 30 still active. At any moment, one could erupt, sending plumes of ash skyward and rivers of lava carving new paths through the land. These volcanoes are both creators and destroyers, shaping Iceland's destiny with every eruption. Visiting Iceland is like walking on a live geology lesson, equal parts awe and anxiety. Every step is a reminder that the earth here is young, raw, and unpredictable. The ground crackles with energy and the horizon is always shifting. The landscape is shaped by ancient eruptions, endless black lava fields, mossy or snow-covered, stretching for miles. These fields are a testament to the island's turbulent past, and a canvas for nature's artistry, where green moss softens the scars of fire and ice. Icelanders treat volcanoes casually. Your GPS might say, turn right at the volcanic crater, like it's a coffee shop. For locals, volcanoes are just another part of the neighborhood, as familiar as the grocery store or the local swimming pool. Towns are built in their shadows, and there's even a museum dedicated to eruptions that nearly swallowed whole villages. Stories of survival and adaptation are woven into the fabric of daily life, passed down through generations. But volcanoes also power Iceland's geothermal pools, nature's apology for the occasional ash cloud. These steaming oases offer warmth and relaxation, even as the land rumbles beneath. So while you're eyeing the nearest peak, you can soak in a hot tub, enjoying the ultimate paradox, danger and comfort side by side. It's a place where you can feel both the thrill of the unknown and the soothing embrace of geothermal heat. The very thing that could destroy you is also what keeps your water warm. The forces that threaten life here are the same ones that make it possible, fueling homes, pools, and even greenhouses that grow fresh food year-round. In Iceland, resilience is a way of life. People here have learned to adapt, to respect the land's power, and to find beauty in its wild unpredictability. The land is wild, but so are the people, unfazed, adaptable, and always ready for the next eruption. Their spirit is as fierce as the volcanoes themselves, shaped by centuries of living on the edge. It's a beautiful, steaming contradiction, a place where fire and ice, danger and comfort, coexist in a breathtaking dance. If volcanoes are Iceland's fiery teens, glaciers are its ancient supermodels, stunning, slow, and powerful. Covering over 10% of the country, glaciers like Sólheimajökull and Skaftafellsjökull are living, groaning rivers of ice. Walking on them isn't casual. You need a guide, crampons, and nerves of steel. The ice is mesmerizing white, streaked with volcanic ash, or glowing blue in hidden caves. But these giants are melting fast. Guides point out where the ice reached just a decade ago. It's a sobering reminder, you're witnessing something magnificent, but fleeting. At Jökulsárlón Lagoon, icebergs break off and drift to Diamond Beach, glittering on black sand. Seals play among the ice, and the whole scene feels like nature's grand, sparkling farewell. It's humbling, beautiful, and tinged with urgency. See it while you can. Driving in Iceland in winter? It's an extreme sport. The ring road sounds simple, a circle, but in winter it can close without warning, stranding you in a village where the gas station is the main attraction. You'll obsessively check road conditions, drive a rugged 4x4, and still find yourself white-knuckled in a blizzard. One-lane bridges turn into tense standoffs with tour buses, testing your reverse skills and your nerve. The roads are narrow, the speed limit's optimistic, and the weather changes in a blink. But driving is the best way to see Iceland. Pull over for wild horses, hidden waterfalls, and landscapes that change every mile. The journey becomes the destination. You'll learn to appreciate the wild beauty, the unpredictability, and the thrill of surviving it all. Just pack snacks, lots of snacks. Because sometimes, the ring road decides you're not going anywhere for a while. In Iceland, adventure is mandatory. In Iceland, waterfalls are everywhere like pigeons in a city. Some, like Skogafoss and Gullfoss, roar with power, others are delicate streams down the cliffs. In winter they freeze into surreal sculptures, curtains of ice, bizarre formations, and magical ice palaces. Walking behind Seljalandsfoss becomes a slippery, breathtaking adventure. The spray from Skogafoss creates rainbows, and legends say there's Viking gold hidden behind the falls. But the real treasure is getting drenched, feeling the raw power and stumbling upon hidden cascades by accident. The most memorable moments aren't always at the famous spots, they're the quiet discoveries, the personal encounters with nature's artistry. Iceland's beauty isn't just in its landmarks, but in the endless surprising details around every corner. It's a living gallery, always changing, always awe-inspiring. The Northern Lights, everyone's dream, the ultimate Icelandic bucket list item. You picture stepping outside, looking up, and being dazzled by a celestial light show. Reality? It's a cosmic game of hide and seek, and the universe is a master at hiding. You need clear skies, high solar activity, and a lot of luck. Most nights you're checking apps, driving into the freezing dark, and waiting, and waiting. Is that a green smudge or just your imagination? Cameras see more than your eyes, which feels like cheating. But when it happens, a faint arc, a subtle shimmer, it's pure magic. It might not be the Instagram spectacle, but it's humbling and unforgettable. For a few minutes you forget the cold and just stare and wonder. The hunt is frustrating, but the payoff is worth every frozen toe. Even if it's brief, it's a reminder of how vast and mysterious the universe really is. Sometimes the chase is half the adventure. Icelandic food has a reputation, mostly thanks to hakarl, the infamous fermented shark. It smells like ammonia and regret, tastes even worse, and is a rite of passage for brave tourists. You chase it with Brennivin schnapps and earn your Viking stripes. But Icelandic cuisine is more than just shock value. Hot dogs are a national obsession. Order one with everything and you'll understand why. Seafood is fresh and incredible. Arctic char, langoustines, and fish and chips that redefine the genre. Skyr, the thick, creamy yogurt, is everywhere, delicious and healthy. The people behind the food are a blend of modern and ancient, reserved, witty, and deeply connected to their land and folklore. They might explain volcanoes scientifically, then tell you about elves living in the rocks. Icelandic character is a mix of practicality and magic. The food, like the country, is surprising, hearty, and unforgettable. Come hungry and curious. The Blue Lagoon, milky blue, steamy, and instantly recognizable from every travel poster and Instagram feed. It's the kind of place that's become a symbol of Iceland itself, drawing visitors from all over the world who dream of soaking in its surreal, mineral-rich waters. It's beautiful but also crowded and pricey, almost like the Disneyland of hot springs. You'll find long lines, lots of cameras, and a buzz of excitement in the air. For many, it's a bucket list experience, but it can feel more like a theme park than a peaceful retreat. For a more authentic soak, try the Secret Lagoon in Flúðir, rustic, charming, and one of Iceland's oldest pools. Here, the atmosphere is slower, the setting more natural, and the history seeps from every stone. It's a place where you can truly unwind and feel the spirit of Iceland. It's less spa, more giant hot puddle, with steam rising and a geyser erupting nearby every few minutes. The air is filled with the scent of minerals, and the landscape feels untouched, almost wild. The vibe is relaxed, the crowd is mostly local, and the entry fee is a fraction of the blue lagoons. You might find yourself chatting with Icelanders who come here after work, or simply floating in silence, surrounded by nature. There are no mud masks or swim-up bars, just you, the warm water, and the raw, windswept landscape. It's a simple pleasure, stripped of luxury but rich in authenticity. This contrast sums up Icelandic tourism: slick, world-famous attractions versus rugged, authentic experiences. It's a choice between polished perfection and the beauty of imperfection. Both have their place, but the local pools offer a glimpse into real Icelandic culture, community, relaxation, and the joy of hot water in a cold land. These pools are where stories are shared, friendships are made, and daily life unfolds. It's less about luxury, more about connection. Here, the warmth comes not just from the water, but from the people around you. Whether you choose the famous or the hidden, geothermal bathing is an Icelandic tradition worth experiencing. Each pool tells its own story, shaped by the land and the people who visit. Sometimes the best memories come from the simplest puddles, where the water is hot, the air is cold, and the experience is pure Iceland. Is Iceland in winter worth it? Absolutely, maybe. If you want a predictable, easy vacation, look elsewhere. Iceland will challenge you, freeze you, and laugh at your plans. You'll face wild weather, tough drives, and food that tests your courage, but in return you get moments of staggering beauty. Black sand beaches, glowing glaciers, hot springs in the snow, and the elusive northern lights. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's unforgettable. Iceland is more than a destination. It's an adventure that demands respect and rewards resilience. You'll leave with imperfect photos, wild stories, and a new appreciation for thermal underwear. The country will change you, humble you, and fill you with awe. So yes, it's worth every frozen toe and every bite of fermented shark. Absolutely, maybe.